Hey, what's up? What's going on, you guys? You've now tuned in to another recap of Black Ink Crew. Alright, guys, make sure that you subscribe if you haven't yet done so. Share this video wherever you like to share videos. And also, don't forget to give it that good old thumbs up if you like these types of videos. We're going to try to bust it through, y'all. I ain't feeling too good. My stomach is killing me, but I was like, you know what? I don't want to not do it. But if I wait any longer, I'm not going to do it. So I did it. I was like, I'm going to do it right away. Thursday, Friday, like pretty much the weekend. Starting Thursday is like kind of like my off days for this channel. So I was like, I don't want to push it back till Thursday. And imagine I still don't feel good. It ain't going to get done. So let's do it while I can at least talk, you know? Alright, so let's give a shout out to Model T Unleashed, who is like, who in the heck would book something without getting an actual confirmation? Answer, Teddy. Right? Like, what the heck is wrong with this dude? How the hell you want to talk about, yeah, I made it, but I thought somebody was going to send it out. But yeah, you make everybody get up, stop what they doing, and head out to Puerto Rico. Like, dude was only thinking about getting a vacation. That's what it was. Alright, so, Melody is in Puerto Rico. Well, Puerto Rico. You know, you gotta do Puerto Rico. And she's with her man and her baby. They about to do their little ceremony. I'm like, okay, you know, I guess it's gonna make you happy because he done convinced you that that was the right thing to do. And you accepted it. Let's hope this lasts, okay? But if it don't, he can run easily and not have to worry about no lawyers, no paperwork, or anything else. At least we know he's not looking for a green card. So, you know, that's what's up. At least that's real love right there. Like, you know, like he's not trying to use her for that. So, hey. So now Miss Kitty and Teddy, they tried to negotiate with this tattoo place that I think it was one of Teddy's people had told him about. So he went there and they kind of asked them or whatever, and the guy was like, all right, one moment. I guess he talked to somebody to see if it was okay. I mean, at the end of the day, you getting your name on the show, you getting the locations in Puerto Rico, you getting some celebrity artists doing tattoos there. So it's pretty much a win-win situation. As long as they don't do nothing ratchet, they don't break anything, they have their own equipment. So, I mean, why not, right? And you probably get a portion of what they make, like some type of overhead fee if you really want to. But, I mean, I think getting your name out there even more and all these other things are amazing. Like, those are priceless. Like, you're always going to be named on this show. And you know, this goes in the archives, honey. So Donna tries to tell them that they should have did it like a boss. They should have, when they did the whole negotiation, they should have just not even asked. They just should have went up and told dude what it was that they really wanted. But luckily the guy was, you know, everybody just looked at Donna like, you're stupid. We weren't going to do that. When you're trying to get something, you're not going to tell them, oh, we're coming up in here and that's it. No, you don't do that because then you would get the door shut in your face. But luckily, like I said, the guy, because of the sweet talking that Teddy and Miss Kitty did, this dude ends up approving. And, you know, when Caesar comes through, he's really impressed that they was able to actually pull something off, pull something together, and kind of make some money back. But as quickly as the money came, it started to just kind of rain away. Rain, okay? Literally. They was over here, they got, Teddy got some strippers for them to have a party, and so they could waste money. I mean, that's pretty much what they was doing. Even Bae was like, young Bae was like, oh, the money that she just made, it just all went to the strippers. And I'm like, really? That couldn't be me. If y'all be watching me, I told y'all, if y'all watch my Bad Girls Club recaps, I'll be like, I don't make it rain on nobody, honey. I make it sprinkle. Okay, you will get $1 if you do a good dance. Like, I'm sorry. I mean, I know that's their job, but there's a lot of guys out there that can give the money. You know, there's a lot of drug dealers that are coming that can provide the money. I don't get that much money, so I'm not gonna give it all away when I need to pay rent and then be tight. Like, a lot of these dudes be doing that. Like, the ones that are not the high rollers, they be wanting to show up and show out, spend all this money on bottles and putting all these dollars out there. Then when done, they can't pay their cell phone bill, the cell phone cut off, or you backed up on your rent, you go in trying to get a one-shot deal, like all these stupid things. You can't buy food, you eating ramen noodles for like a week, but yet you was making it rain in the club. No, boo. No. I was just talking about something completely different. But yeah, they said they made a good amount of money. They didn't make the 32 or 30 that they wanted to make, but I think he said they made like about 10,000. So I mean, at least that's something compared to nothing. And if they work hard enough, I mean, they could, or if they was to really do that telethon idea that Dutchess had came up with and make it successfully or complete it successfully, they could actually make a lot of money off of that. Nikki was getting super OD wasted, had her titty all popping out and everything. Everybody seeing the goodies, and they just looking at her like, but hold up. Aren't you supposed to be his sober coach? Like, how does a sober coach get wasted and sit with the person that you're supposed to be coaching while they also have a drink in their hand? Like, where they do that at? How does that work? So all of them is like really starting to get suspicious of her. Miss Kitty said that she did some investigating and she found out on the internet that this chick's mother is actually white, although she said that she was all black. And even Melody knew, like, okay, you're probably not all black. I mean, to be honest, it could be possible. There are some people that are really light-skinned. I think I was watching Blood, Sweat, and Heels, wasn't it? Where, I forget their names now, but the tall, really light-skinned model girl, she showed her mother and her father. They're both black, but she's just extremely light-skinned. Like, you would think that she's biracial, but she's not. So, I mean, sometimes it just happens that way. Not always, but it's possible. But anyways, Melody felt like she knew what she was, and she actually was right, because her mother's white, and on top of that, she also has, she had like, the mother had a picture of, I think, Nikki with a baby, and there was also a registry with her, a guy who she had the same last name with, and a baby. So, it's all like weird, or whatever. So Ceaser's like just not really trusting this. All of them are just like, what is this about? You know, they're kind of questioning it, questioning her real motives. I mean, I don't think I would question the fact that if she's like trying to scam him, unless she's trying to just be on TV. But I mean, we've seen her literally cry about the fact that she liked the life that she had before she was with him, and how he's depleting her bank account and her savings. So, I mean, as far as money, I don't think she's using him for money. Maybe for sex. Maybe to get a baby and be tied to him for life when he make it big. Like, maybe she sees the potential. That's what some women be doing. They see the potential. They see what, you know, this person can become. So, you know, they help him to get to the top. And they know that, you know, might just leave me. So, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get you now while you got nothing. That way, when you make it to the top and you try to leave me, oh, yeah, you had nothing, so you didn't sign a prenup. Got him. So, as soon as Tattoo Baby walks into the table, I think it was like breakfast time, Donna was sitting there with Walter. They was just chit-chatting. Donna goes ahead and talks about a post that she's seen on either Facebook or Instagram or Twitter or one of them, where Dutchess was talking about love and stuff like that. And it was just, Walter's just like, really? Like, you wait until this chick walks down the stairs to do that? And to put icing on the cake, she talks about how if Dutchess were to come and ask him back, she's more than sure that he would take her back because they've been in a relationship for 5 years. She said those things because she really likes Tattoo Baby. No, girl, you trying to see if you can get her. You still trying, but you need to like just chill, man. Dutchess and Ceasear have like one-on-one session, and he's like, how you left me, you were supposed to be my woman, and she gets all emotional. She says she doesn't want to go through that, she doesn't want to do this, she doesn't really want to do the whole emotional thing. That's the reason why she tried to stay away from him. And he was like, you never believed me, and yeah, like you just pretty much like left and you went somewhere else. And then she said that he should have done something to kind of prove that it wasn't true. But I feel like he was trying. Like, he was going after her, and she dead, like, went in the car and left when he was trying to talk to her. Then, like, you didn't even come home so they could talk about it. You just left. Like, she kept on avoiding the situation as opposed to trying to actually sit there and, you know, talk to him about it. And I find myself doing that sometimes. But for me personally, I feel like I do that so that I don't disrespect the person that I'm with, because I feel like I know how crazy my mouth could be when I'm upset about something or when I'm really hurt about something. So I try to like wait. But at least for me, like I'll wait, and then like it will like dig at me and dig at me until I actually say something. So it's like I can't not say anything, but I kind of like don't say it right away, which it could end up in a situation like this, because you're kind of holding it in. They don't know what you're feeling, they don't know what you're thinking, and you just want to be by yourself for a moment. But for me, it's more so I don't OD and disrespect that person, because I know how my mouth could be. Like, it could be crazy, especially when I feel like I'm hurt, disrespected, when I feel, even if I don't know the full situation. That's what I do. So I know my flaws. I don't know if I want to fix them though. I mean, that's my way of kind of fixing it, I guess. So yeah, she was just like, she's been there for him more than he's been there for her. She can count the amount of times that he's even come over to Pretty in Ink. He's like, because I be working. But at the end of the day, like, she's always at Black Ink. But Black Ink is the initial brand, and that's how she got her name. You know what I mean? So why would he go there like that? I mean, he could probably help her with the branding and advertisement and stuff like that, put his little name on it or whatever. But he didn't even do that much. So the crew parties again. This time they were on a boat, and once again Nikki gets super wasted, and everybody's looking at her once again like, what's up with this? So during this party, Ceasear, he takes it upon himself to mention the fact that she's like, how she's supposed to be his sober coach, and you know she's doing this, and he that's his friend for like mad years. He doesn't really know her, and he's skeptical of her. And he's like, you know, all these people are saying stuff behind your back, but I'm gonna say what it is. I'm gonna put it down on the table. He busts out the folder that Miss Kitty gave him. See, it's funny because he's so much like Sky, I feel, because Sky did the same thing, didn't she? With Teddy, she's like, you know, everybody's gonna talk about you behind your back, but I'm gonna put it out on the table. I'm gonna say what it is. I'm not going to talk about you behind your back. If I got something to say, I'm gonna say it. So that's pretty much what Ceasear was doing as well. And she looks through the paperwork that he got. They just kind of say the same things we said about the baby registry and all that. And she said something about she was in a relationship. He had a baby. So I'm like, unless, I mean, maybe she do got a valid story, but it just sounds a little sketchy. Unless the only way that I can see that actually working is if perhaps the person that he was with, like, maybe passed away during childbirth. Because I don't see any other way that you could be with somebody who just had a baby and you're like pretending that it's yours. Like, I feel like that's kind of disrespectful to be posting up pictures and registries and stuff, pretending that you're with somebody and you have a baby for them and you need all these goodies and stuff. I don't know, it just don't seem right to me. It don't seem too good or legit. So that's why they was, somebody asked her, Ceasear was like, are you an internet scammer? She starts going off on him, and then they just kind of like walk away from them. Melody, she asked Dutchess to come to her commitment ceremony. So after she explains it to Dutchess, Dutchess is like, what's that? And she kind of declines because she was like, it's going to be a little awkward and she doesn't really want to have to go through that. And she was just like, you know, she kind of was reminiscing on the whole relationship, and she can't believe it got to this point. And Melody's just trying to console her and say, you know, things are going to be okay or whatever, you know, normal things that a friend would say. So it ends up being like just the two of them. I guess she didn't end up inviting the rest of them, or maybe everybody else had something to do. So during the daytime, it was just the two of them, did a little ceremony, you know, some voodoo mess. I mean, seriously, they did some obia business because they slit one hand, slit the next hand. I'm like, well, if any of them had any type of, you know, disease, y'all done mashed it up now. You know, you done did it. You done spread it to the next one. Because all you need is blood. I mean, that's fresh blood. That's next level. Like, I don't know if somebody came to me like, I mean, I love you, but we gotta share blood. You know, that's like, whoa. Whoa. Let's go down to the local office and take a little blood test first. I mean, I don't want to be tied to you for life like that. So anyways, they do their little blood ceremony, and then they jump into the ocean or whatever, the river. well, it was probably an ocean, body of water. And, I mean, it was romantic, but I don't know if, I wouldn't accept that. That's just, it's creepy, and, I mean, just for me personally. So for some people, that's probably beautiful. I mean, maybe being spontaneous in a white dress, you know, we can do all that stuff with the paperwork. I don't know, I'm kind of old-fashioned. It's just a little odd to me. But some people are more into nature, and they do seem like the nature type that you know, that burn candles and sage and all that stuff. I'm actually into that, but I'm not so deeply into it to that level. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? So yeah, they and then after that they have a little party, and when they're at the party, like an after party ceremony thing, almost like when you do have a wedding and then you have everybody come after. When you have like a courthouse wedding, then like kind of like what O did, what Richard did with his wife. And Teddy had to be the one to say, oh, so you got, is it like a, it's not like a real marriage, right? And what's his name? Gilo? Something like that. He kind of like, you know, it's like, you know, he kind of says something to just kind of diffuse it, because he's like, damn, like, don't get this started again. We got this started before and didn't turn out pretty. This is why we doing this in the first place. Like, he's like, you know, it's a testament of our love, or whatever the hell he said. And, you know, Richard and Nikki were just looking like, these lying ass people. They are fake as hell. You know, and Richard did make sure he made a note and said something about it, because he's just like, it's funny how you guys, because after he said that, to kind of like ease the awkwardness, everybody's like, yeah, toast to just F marriage, just love, you know. They're just looking like, what? So he mentioned, like, it's kind of funny how you guys are just, you know, toasting to this and celebrating their union, but yet you're trying to mess with our marriage. And that's when she said something about she helped raise the child, because they asked her about it once again. Like, you never really said anything about it to kind of clear it up. And Ceasear's like, you know what? At the end of the day, I'm not going to apologize for what I did, because I don't know you. I've known him since we were little. And guess what? If you leave him and he falls off the wagon, guess who's going to have to bury him? Yeah, because he don't really have family like that. That's the closest guy to him. That's the same thing that Walter was saying. Like, you just came. Like, yeah, you're his wife or whatever. We don't know nothing about you. You just came out the hole in the wall. Like, from where? And on top of that, we're the ones that seen him at his worst. You saw him when he was bad but getting better. You know, you didn't see him at his lowest point where he was getting arrested and all these things. Maybe she was watching him on TV, but she wasn't there to experience it. So, yeah, honey. Ceasear was just like, he also sees that he's still drinking. And, you know, and that's when he mentioned that. Dutchess, she walks into the ceremony and she's just like, congratulations, I wanted to let you know that. And Tattoo, the baby, is there, and she just kind of looked like, this is awkward. But she calls Ceasear to the side, and she just tells him that she wants to talk to him real quick. So she takes him over to the corner. They have a little private moment. Everybody else left so they could talk. She tells him how she really feels. How do you really feel, Ma? So she tells him, like, you know, you're my best friend, and you hurt me. And she tells him that she doesn't really want to fight with him. She just wants to talk to him. She says, he says that he feels like she ripped his heart out of his chest. And he did hate her. Like, in the beginning, he was really hating her. She tells him that she can't hate him because she loves him so much. And she wants to save it if it's still able to be, if it's still, what is it? Salvageable? My vocabulary is shot. If it's still able to be saved, okay? That's like when you type in a word and then you're like, damn, this don't look right. You be like, you know what? F it. You just change the whole sentence. Yo, I stay doing that. When it's something inspirational, I'm like, damn, this don't look right. I don't want to look like an idiot talking about something inspirational. I'm like, F this. Let me change the whole damn thing and shorten it down a little bit and just fix it up. They'll understand what I'm trying to say. So yeah, that's what they was pretty much saying, and he tells her that right now he's past that point, and he thinks that they're past that point, and he did feel like he lost her when she went to North Carolina, and now he doesn't know what else to say. That's just pretty much it. That's where he's at right now. So guess Donna was wrong. He's not taking her back, at least not right now. Maybe after he plays the field a little bit and realizes that it's whack. You know, I mean, when you've been in a relationship so long, it's just like going back to the dating scene is going back to like a Shark Tank. You know, like I do not want to go back to the dating scene. I just feel like it's so like scary. There's so many crazy people out there. Tinder, this everybody wants to use technology to find dates. Like I remember those days with MySpace, Facebook, and all these other social media sites, and I'm just like, I don't want to do it anymore. I've met quite a few crazies back in the day from like Black Planet and MySpace. I've met a liar on there, and on Twitter I met a liar on there. I did meet a few good people on MySpace that I still know today. So that, at least I can say MySpace gave me a little bit of love, you know. But yeah, it's just a crazy world out there in the dating scene. So I don't know, maybe he might have a change of heart eventually. But like I told y'all, I did see him running around on the Shade Room with some Miss Carly Rae. So I don't know if they're trying to do like a crossover session. Maybe he gonna give her a tattoo or something, or maybe he trying to make his way to Love and Hip Hop. But yeah, that's what I seen. But she walks away, you know, with her nice little lace dress showing the big booty and everything. And she's just like, she feels stupid. She feels hurt. I guess she really thought that all she had to do was just apologize. But sometimes apologies don't cut it. You know what I mean? Especially when you hurt somebody to the core. You can't just walk away from a situation, like, and literally, like, walk away, get on an airplane and go to another state and not call or text this person and just expect them to be just chilling there waiting for you. You know, you steal their stuff. She OD'd to the max. Like, seriously. She kind of did some things that a lot of people would not be able to forgive or forget. Or if you do forgive, you can't really forget the fact that you no longer have your MacBook with all your information. And if you didn't save it to the cloud, you're kind of effed. You know what I mean? So, yeah, he's just like, he's over it right now. And yeah, she done messed up. That's pretty much it. Alright guys, so let me know what you thought about this episode down below. And do you think that Ceasear made the right decision? At the end of the day, I feel like they could be pretty toxic for each other, but I do see a lot of love there. And I feel like he's kind of able to handle her sometimes. But she's so emotional that that's what kind of messes it up a lot of times. But they could definitely, maybe they could be business partners or something. That might work. But I think that love will kind of mess it up, because once they're in the same room for too long, you know, you see how they have that little twinkle in their eyes. But we shall see. Thanks for watching, guys. Be sure to stay fabulous, live free, and soar limitless. I'll see you in the next one.